Breaking news into HQ. The list expands for the Brooklyn Nets with
The breaking news. Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo has entered the NBA's health and safety protocols.
Jalen, we have to have a conversation that I don't like having. Sports has a problem right now. There are outbreaks affecting all of the major sports leagues.
So, yeah, we have a problem. Within this past week, it seems like in every single major sports league that we've had a Rona outbreak. However, a lot of you may or may not know this because it's gone under the radar for a lot of people, which I still do not understand. Every single hour, I'm getting tweets about this player's in health and safety protocols, this player's gonna be out for some games, this team's gonna have games postponed. And I'm yet to see someone talk about this, which is sad because this could be very scary. Now, before I do get into this video, I need to say two things. Number one, if you guys could, make sure you do leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new with notifications on. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Second, and most importantly, I am not in any way, shape, or form a doctor, a health expert, or anything. So when I talk about certain things and if I get something wrong, it's just because I'm either reading something or going off memory. With that being said, let's get into this because I have a lot I want to go over. So obviously there's been a lot of things going on in the world with all the Rona and everything, new variants, all this different type of stuff. And every hour it seems like a new player, whether it's from the NBA or NFL, has to go in health and safety protocols. Now with the NFL playoffs coming up, it seems like that this will be the new deciding factor of if a team is going to win or lose. For example, if Tom Brady had to sit out in the first game of the playoffs because of health and safety protocols, then the Bucks are probably gonna lose, which is why that this outbreak is so serious, not just because of obviously, oh, a team could lose a game, but because there's more at stake. Oh, you know, just people's healths and lives, you know, the normal things. Now, just to think, it was around a year ago and some months earlier on in the summer when we had the problem of the Rona outbreak, which caused the NBA to be shut down for the first time in a very long time. I mean, people all over the internet were trying to convince us that Space Jam was about to happen in real life. All jokes aside, there were no jokes to be made in the real life as we started to have a lot of health problems go on, not just in sports but in the regular world. Schools and work and all that type of stuff started to be shut down, which was weird for us, especially as NBA fans, because the playoffs were right around the corner. It was the first time ever that the NBA had to shut down games in this much of a quantity. However, we're a year later and now we've seen some improvements, but not all. For example, people have now started to catch more outbreaks because there's more viruses going on and variants and different type of stuff. However, we do now have a vaccine, which is something good that we desperately needed. However, we have some people, I'm not going to name any, that are refusing to get it, which is putting him and his teammates in the line of danger. I'm not going to express my political beliefs because I don't feel like NBA YouTube is for that. But if the NBA is telling you to do something for your safety, I mean, I don't know, but I would get it if I'm you. Now, I'm not trying to convince you guys that Kyrie Irving is the reason this is all going on. However, in the NFL, we do have people lying about their vaccination status, so you tell me if this is a problem in the NBA. Now, the league has postponed some games like for the Chicago Bulls and other teams. However, the NBA is yet to bring up the idea of the bubble again, which when we look at it might be a smart move. But number one, how fast can you set up a bubble when you're in the middle of an NBA season that hasn't even hit All-Star break? I mean, are we even like 30 games in right now? And last time the NBA did do the bubble, I believe they lost around $1 billion if I'm mistaken. And the NBA is a business at the end of the day, so they definitely do want what's best for not only the business but themselves. However, how many more breakouts and how many more players are going to have to be put on health and safety protocols for the NBA to stop it? I don't think that tomorrow the NBA is going to cancel the NBA season. I don't think they're going to postpone too many games for now. Now, when do we draw the line, however? Because yes, I don't exactly know if this is where the line should be right now. However, the NBA has a new problem that they have been yet to face. The NBA has discovered its very first case of the Omni variant, which is basically just another form of Rona. Now, a couple things to note about this Omni variant is that number one, it is saying that it should be at least a little less worse than the Rona was. However, we just discovered it not even a month ago, And just like with Rona, when we knew about it for a month, a lot of people didn't think it was that serious. And maybe the NBA won't cancel next week or the month after that, but maybe it'll take a couple months. But with the way things are looking right now, the NBA at least needs to consider something. Because right now, yes, we're just having small cases and let's put them in health and safety protocols. This could turn into a far worse thing that the NBA is not even ready to handle. And what's even scarier is a lot of doctors are saying that this variant of the Rona does spread a lot faster than any other variant. Now the NBA is yet to say which player got this certain variant of the Rona, but we're going to use Giannis as an example. Giannis has the variant, however we know his teammate Dante DiVincenzo also has the variant now because it spread onto him. And with the way this is traveling, he could have gave it to someone maybe even before he knew that he had tested positive. So there's a chance that maybe, just maybe, that the whole team could be getting exposed to it, and maybe even people in the organization that aren't just players. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a health expert, I'm going off what I know. Now the chances of the NBA shutting down tomorrow, like I've been trying to say, are most likely not going to happen. Whether I think it should, whether you guys think it should, at the end of the day, the NBA is going to put off shutting down the league as much as possible. However, do not be shocked if the NBA gets shut down because almost nearly 80% of people in the league have Rona or some variant of it. Now the NBA has said that it does indeed plan on combating this by doing a lot more testing and make sure that they implement new rules. However, telling a person that they're limited to what they can do, whether it's where they can go or whether they have a curfew, it's not exactly going to end well. Now the bubble wasn't only a physical struggle because of all the health stuff going on and trying to physically persevere through it, but it was a mental struggle. So going through that again might not exactly be in the NBA's best interest, but it's a possibility. And like many people have been trying to say, just because you get the vaccine or your boosters and all that stuff doesn't mean that you can't catch it. It does help combat it so you don't exactly feel like you're on your deathbed, but it's not exactly going to be what the NBA needs. Now if I were Adam Silver, what I would do is I would shut down the league for just 2 weeks. 2 weeks so everyone can stay quarantined, make sure no one leaves and all that type of stuff. Daily testing and stuff like that, and you see okay who has it and who doesn't, and after those 2 weeks the players that did test positive should hopefully test negative. After those 2 past weeks that is. And then go back to playing without fans, because fans could possibly be the reason that people are testing positive again. But in order for us to know for sure, we need to eliminate fans, because if we eliminate fans then we can see okay if players are still testing positive then it's not that. The point is that the NBA needs to make some changes or this could keep going on. Again, the NBA doesn't need to shut down tomorrow, but at the end of the day it's going to inevitably happen. The Rona and all the variants are showing no sign of stopping, and to be completely honest, the whole I'm gonna do this when Rona ends is that in the past. As of right now, we have no idea when Rona is going to end. So the NBA no doubtably is going to have to consider the fact that maybe shutting down the league would be the best option. Now with all that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel for new time post notifications. I'm gonna update you guys when this is going on, because this NBA season could be taking an interesting turn because of this. By the way, if you guys do want to interact with me, you guys should follow my Twitter. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now, or it's in the link in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace.